I am constantly watching vlogs of life in Ireland. Obviously I live here, but I love seeing what people do and what they get up to, and also try and find like new places to go to and stuff. However, every vlog that I watch, or at least like 90% of the ones that get recommended to me, are in Dublin, which, you know, makes sense. Most people in Ireland live in Dublin. Most people who visit Ireland go to Dublin. It is a pretty cool place and there's a lot to do there. However, I wanted to show the life of somebody who doesn't live in Dublin. We are in County Wicklow, and where I am now is Bray. You can't really tell because I am in the car, but I wanted to show you my life in, I wouldn't say rural Ireland because I'm not in the countryside, but I am a little further away than Dublin than most people are, and I am very lucky to still be able to enjoy my life. So like I said, we're in Bray today. I'm gonna go and try and pick up a book maybe. We're gonna get a couple of things and then we are off to go pick up my mother-in-law and brother-in-law, and we're going out to lunch together. Which is the best? It's gonna go with dandamian. Dandamian. You want that one? It is almost lunchtime, but we popped back home to drop off a couple of things because we just don't want to carry everything out, and I'll show you what we got at the Asian store. So this is my drink. This is the sour plum drink. I think I've shown myself drinking it before. I absolutely love it. So good. It used to come in a plastic bottle, but I prefer the can. It just feels better. And then this is my husband's drink, which is a jasmine tea, which he seems to enjoy. I don't really like tea that much, or I don't like that kind of tea, so to him. And then I got red bean matcha. So the filling is red bean and the stick is matcha. So hopefully, I've never had these before, but I know my tastes. I'm pretty sure I like them. And then latte. That's it. Oh, big latte. Not for me. I don't love the texture of these that much. I know a lot of people do, but just the texture does something for me. I prefer something kind of a little bit different, but obviously that's my husband. And then I did myself like a little egg in a packet, which is, I remember I bought these into work once in my first job, and my coworker was like so fascinated by it. She was like, why is there an egg like that? And I'm like, I don't know, but that's really good. And then we got some pickled vegetables. Yeah, preserved mustard bites. So these are for a recipe that I'm making later in the week, but I'm not going to go back into Bray anytime soon. So that's what we got there. Now we are off for lunch very shortly. So I might share with you that. It's not very exciting, but it's just, we don't have any food at home at the moment. We're going to go grocery shopping later, but I barely can tolerate shopping with my husband. So we're going to do that alone. Like that's barely that. So no one else needs to be coming with us. So we're going to go for lunch with family first, then drop them back home, and then go grocery shopping. Is it still 2 for 4?
Yeah.
Okay, get that one then.
I like your barbecue chicken, so we're gonna get 2 of that.
Your barbecue chicken, right. Frozen pizza. Cream cheese.
Salted?
No. Plain. They're for the onion.
Yeah, salted.
You want to do salted? Alright, got those ones then.
3, 2, 9.
Works good. I got the big milk because I'm making mashed potatoes twice this week.
The capsicums here.
So, officially home from grocery shopping. That is my outside activities done for the day. I am at home, relaxed until tomorrow. I'm going out tomorrow to Kells, which is a big motorbike meet, and and I'm gonna vlog that maybe. I don't know if you guys would enjoy it. I don't know. I'm gonna vlog it for sure, and then I don't know if I'm gonna post it on here or create another motorbike or car content. I don't know, okay? That's not important right now. But I finished grocery shopping, and I was gonna tell you how much it cost because I did kind of surprise myself. But I'm filming a video on Monday about like how much I spent in a week, just kind of showing the cost of living in Ireland, the cost of like home ownership and just like living independently, all that stuff. So I'm not going to tell you exactly how much it cost, but like, I'm going to show you a couple of things I picked up that I am kind of happy about, excited about. So let's go about that. My husband and I both picked up ice cream. He got the honeycomb flavour and I got pistachio. And I know pistachio was a huge trend, but I absolutely love it. Like I love it so much. When like kind of the stuff started coming into the shops, my husband genuinely thought it was like because I personally buy so much. He's like, you know, everyone's following your trends. I'm like, no, it's not me. But this is that one. It was $2.49, I think, which is pretty good for ice cream. I find definitely on the expensive side for kind of a pot. This one was I think $1.75 maybe. But it's for me, it's a little treat. I try and avoid like big treats, so that is what it is. And then I got some, well, I call them capsicum because we lived in Australia for a couple of years. We used to call them capsicum, but they're not. These are bell peppers, I believe. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to grow stuff. Like something about it, like it just doesn't blow my mind, but I'm gonna try and grow these. I bought a pot, like a little plant thing, which I'll show you in a minute, but that is my mission. I'm gonna go outside and plant. It's a bit windy, but it's not raining, so I think it'll be okay to be outside. Finally, well not finally actually, I've got one more thing. But in terms of food and stuff, I bought this. This is 1.8 kilograms Irish pork. Pretty good size, like that. And it was 20% off. It's because the best before date is early next week. Well, actually it's tomorrow even. It's the 12th. So we're just gonna freeze it and then defrost it when needed. But since we didn't buy like much meat today, I like to have some in the freezer just kind of stock up, or if I change my mind or whatever, or like, you know, like whatever. Worst case scenario, I have some in the freezer. So I got this, 20% off. This was the only meat I could find with the price off sticker. I think they normally kind of put them on later in the day. So we kind of got there a bit early, I don't know. But yeah, that's what we got. And then I also picked up this. It's quite small. So it's 24 centimeters by 14. So it's small, but this is where my capsicums are gonna try and grow. Will they grow successfully? I don't know, okay? If I never post about gardening again, you'll know why. But that's why I got, or I can use this for my spring onions. So what I'm doing is, these are my spring onions. I have another pot here as well. They're growing. These ones I put in yesterday. And these ones I put in, I think, last week. So they're growing quite nicely, and I might put those, or I might put these ones outside at least. These ones are growing nicely. These ones might go outside. But that is my little grocery update. Now I'm going to put my ice cream in the freezer before it melts. And then I'm going to head into the garden for a little bit. Thread. I do have a knot in my thread though. Can you recognize that?
Sheep.
Good. Turkey's been so good. He hasn't eaten any of my thread though. So it is currently 7:30. You can see there. And I don't know why, neither of us are super hungry, but I know we'll be hungry later on, so I'm gonna make dinner anyway, if you know what I mean. Like, it gets to a point where I don't want to cook dinner too late, because then I'm not feeling it. But I gotta cook dinner anyway, so dinner it is. We're having kimchi fried rice. Nothing too heavy or something, but it'll do. And plans for tomorrow, we were gonna go out. Like I said, we were gonna go to Kells in County Meath. But just found out we'd have to wake up. We'd have to leave the house at 6:30, so wake up around 6-ish. And I'm gonna be honest, neither of us really want to go that badly. Don't get me wrong, I think it'd be really fun. I think it'd be a really cool event. But I don't want to wake up that early to go do something. I know. So I'm not sure if we're gonna go. I think we're just gonna stay home. Or maybe we're gonna go into the town. My husband promised me a coffee either way, so I think I'm gonna go out, have a pastry, have a coffee or whatever, right? Be nice. But yeah, I'm cooking dinner now, and honestly, this has been kind of the best part of moving out. I think being in control of when I eat, what I eat. You know, I don't feel guilty about lying in bed all day on like a day I'm not working. I don't feel like bad about whatever. That's been the most freeing part. And I honestly feel like I'm finding who I was again. Like, I don't know if you guys have followed me for long enough to know this, but I used to be a housewife for about 5 years. I didn't work. It wasn't necessary. I didn't work, whatever, right? But I found a lot of my joy at that time through hobbies like embroidery, started sewing, cooking, baking, like whatever. I found who I was, right? And I'm very grateful for what those years gave me. So how I know myself and like my interest in hobbies and stuff, I know myself so deeply because of that time. And now, well, when we lived with my in-laws, I kind of lost that a bit because you're just never like fully as comfortable as you are when you're living by yourself or living with like your own family, whatever. It's definitely like, I never felt like I could 100% relax. I always felt like I had to be, performing almost. Had to put on a performance, had to like show myself as like the best version of myself at all times, which is exhausting. I don't know, I don't know if you guys have tried it. It feels exhausting. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, like showing it. And no one is. No one is the best version of themselves all the time. Sometimes I'll forget to wash the dishes. Sometimes I'll forget to put the laundry away. Like sometimes I just want to lay in bed all day because I don't have to go to work, right? Like no one is that perfect version of themselves all the time. But I don't feel guilty about it anymore. But yeah, like moving out, I did some embroidery today. I didn't finish it. It was like a tiny project. I still didn't finish it, but whatever. I'm gonna go at my own pace. And I filled up my garden a little bit. Am I a good gardener? No, I'm not a good gardener. I never have been. I probably never will be. I just kind of throw plants in a pot and kind of hope that like something grows. I think when I lived in Melbourne, I like had some tiny potatoes that were like this big that I managed to harvest. I'm not a great gardener, but I like it and it's fun. And I just feel like I can relax fully. Like this is my place, this is my space. And there's no kind of questioning or judgment or thoughts or like noise, whatever. There's nothing else that matters apart from me and my husband in our home. And I feel so good. I feel so good. Now, I accept that some of this is selfish. I know that, okay? I literally just want to be alone with my husband and I don't want anyone else interfering, whatever. That's honestly, weirdly, I might talk about this in another video. I was gonna film a TikTok on it, but it might need a long video. That's literally one of the reasons I will not do sitting the month. I don't know if you guys know about that, the Chinese tradition of sitting the month after you give birth. I'm not currently pregnant, but I've been thinking about it, like, because obviously my husband and I have been married 5 years now. Oh my gosh, we've been together 8 years next month. So like kids are kind of in the future, not like too far away. And like we talked about like traditions and stuff. I won't do sitting the month because I don't want to be told what to do. Like I love my independence. I love doing what I want when I want. So being in our own space, having the space back, knowing what I want to do, knowing when I can do it, it is... I found me again and I've missed her so much. I have missed the version of me who is so carefree and happy and just at peace. But I am very glad to feel like she's back. Anyway, that was like a really long ramble about like a feeling, and I don't know if there was really a point to that apart from the fact to say I'm very happy to be in my own space again and kind of like re-find my passions, whatever. But on to dinner. Like I said, kimchi fried rice, incredibly simple. The rice is cooking. The rice cooker we got takes 25-30 minutes to do the rice, so I think I can start the rest of the food now, and then I might actually edit this video tonight and get it up by tomorrow morning. Wish me luck. If you see this on Saturday, Island time, please say well done.